I saw a sight the other day at the park that pissed me off so bad. And it just made me think, like, sometimes I wonder whether the mothers are really noticing or really paying attention to the things that their children are wearing. Like, you know, if they're 17, 18, sometimes it's just like they have their own job or whatever. They end up buying their own clothes. And you would like to tell them, you know, I don't like that outfit on you. But they tend to do whatever they want to do. But when you have a child who, as far as I'm concerned, is still under your direction, which you still have full responsibility over, then whatever it is that they're doing, I feel that you're definitely responsible for it. Especially when it comes to the clothes that they wear. Because obviously that child does not have a job, is not making money to be able to purchase their own clothes. Which means when you go to the store with them and they ask you, can I have this, can I have that, and they're loading the stuff into the cart, it's you who's purchasing it for them. Which means that at some point, when you got home and they tried it on and you saw it, or whether it be at the store in the dressing room and you saw it, if it looks suspicious to you and it looked funny to you, then you shouldn't have purchased it at all. Now, there are predators out there. There are pedophiles out there. And for you to, as far as I'm concerned, willingly put your child at risk by allowing them to wear certain things, like, not to say all of a sudden that therefore you have to cover up your child with like a full-on, you know, gown and everything so that no skin is showing. But there are certain, you know, things that I just think that you would be just obviously aware of, and you just obviously wouldn't do it. There are certain clothes that grown folks wear that are very scandalous. Like, I don't think you want to put those scandalous outfits on your child, on your 10-year-old. Now, mind you, I was at the park the other day, and I saw she had to be like 4 years old. Obviously, she was potty trained, because the shorts that she had on, as she walked, and you guys know that there are some women that you've seen with these kind of shorts on, that every time they walk or they move, part of their ass cheek hangs out. Maybe it's just me, but I do not want to see the ass cheek of a 4-year-old when she walks, because her shorts are so damn short. It absolutely makes no sense to me. Like, what is... There's my kids around, I don't want to curse. What's the freaking point of seeing a 4-year-old's ass cheek as she walks by? Please tell me, who is she trying to impress? Who is she trying to show her ass off to? Whose number is she trying to pick up? What boy is she trying to impress and trying to get him to holler at her so they can go out on a date? She's 4 years old. I'm not kidding you, people. She had to be like 4. I would not give her even 5, maybe 3 or 4. And I was just like blown out of my mind. And I was thinking to myself, if there is a pedophile out here and he sees her and he sees her ass cheek hanging out, and he goes and he thinks, oh my goodness, that is so hot. I'm just so excited. I just can't help myself. I want to get myself in between that ass cheek. And he does it when you're not looking because you're so busy. And the mother literally had kind of like the same outfit on. They had like the same kind of shirt where it was just a plain regular shirt, but the shirt was like cut up in these little designs in the back, so all her back was showing and everything. And she had on these shorts. And her mom was just the same way. Now, obviously, her mom must be looking for a man out there or something like that to be dressed up so scandalous at a park. And the thing is, it was a park, but it was like a football game, which... That's another thing that I'll save for another thing. Another day, another topic, another video. So she was obviously dressed like that. When I think of someone dressed like that, you're trying to pick up something. It's not like you're just wearing it for show just to have fun. Obviously, you want someone to look at you. You're showing your goods. Obviously, someone's going to look. That's fine if they look at you. But to look at your 4-year-old, that's a problem. So mind you, you busy. The park is full because we're at like a Little League football game. And she's walking around, hee hee ha ha ha, you know, doing a little not flirty thing. The child is walking behind her. She really don't see because there's dudes, you know, hey baby, grabbing your arm, doing all this stuff like that. Child gets caught up in the mix. Here's this predator from down by the gate, sees this little girl ass cheek, wants to get all up in her ass because obviously it's out there for him to see and he thinks it's hot and sexy. You minding your business, talking to this guy, talking to that guy. He grabs your child, leaves, kidnaps your child. And nowadays, sometimes you don't even find the child alive. You know, you find them in some bushes or in some brush or something like that, dead, raped, and just completely just a mess when you find them. And then for you, later on, I see your ass on TV crying, oh my God, how could someone do this to my baby? What the fuck? Because I just seen your child with those nasty ass shorts on, showing off her 4-year-old ass. And I know she didn't buy it. I know you bought it for her. And obviously, I know I go to the store. I see the outfits that are there. And no maker have I ever found who made shorts for that purpose or for that reason for a child of that age. Which obviously tells me that you must have bought those shorts either way too damn small, because they're not supposed to be up that high. You know what I'm saying? So obviously you need to buy. If her size wasn't short enough for you, well then I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to pick her size. And it's just, I was just so utterly disgusted. It's like the fact, I just don't understand how you can leave your house and have your child dressed in that manner. I just can't see her to obviously open her mouth and say, I didn't notice the shorts were that short. Be for real. I'm so picky when it comes to what I put on my child. When it comes to shorts, it has to be like mid-thigh or above the knee or somewhere. It has to be mid-thigh to the knee. That's shorts for me. Anything higher than that is a problem. These mini skirts, if I can see her diaper, and then it's too short. She just really seriously pissed me off. It was like she was dangling, as far as I was concerned, she was like dangling bait in front of a pedophile's face and just asking him, go ahead, try and see if you can get it. And there's so many people at the park, so many dudes at the park, you know, there for their child, or they're just there because they know some girls are going to be out there. They want to holler and see who they can, like, skeet with. I know that's such an old term. Who they can get, you know, later on, you know, behind the dumpster, wherever, and just say they hit it and left. You know, and it's just like, to dress your child up like that. Granted, you know, when they say rape, it tends to happen to people, and it's someone who you know and you're close to. But that doesn't mean that there's not people out there who you don't know who ends up getting raped by a random, you know, stranger. It just blows me away. And even then, it could be definitely, as a matter of fact, it could be somebody that she knows, that maybe, you know, a friend of hers or a friend of hers that sees that child, and they're just like, okay, and they already plotting in their mind, you know, they're going to make a way to just happen to run into you again at your house or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Just so they can get your child. You guys just don't know. Seriously, we need to be a little bit more responsible when it comes to our children, because we are responsible for them. I truly believe that if anything happens to your child, in a way, you're partially responsible for it. I'm seeing these videos where these little girls are wearing whatever they're wearing, the words that come out of their mouth, just their whole attitude about everything. And I'm just like, these kids are so lost. And it's just, you know, I'm thinking my parents, they tell me like, oh, it wasn't, you know, this generation is so horrible. You know, it wasn't like that when I grew up. And for me to be 24 and I'm saying this generation after me is so horrible, it wasn't like that when I'm growing up. It's like the range is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. If my parents are saying that at 60, and here I am at 24 and I'm saying that, then the next generation, they're going to be like, what, 10 years old saying, oh, wow, this generation coming after me, you know, they're nothing like, you know, my generation. It's like as the years go by, it gets worse and worse and worse. And honestly, I'm starting to see that it's not, sometimes it's not always the child. It's the parents, the person rearing the child up. Sometimes it's not always what's on TV. Sometimes it's not what your child always sees on TV. Sometimes it's what you see on TV and you're thinking it's cute and you want to go ahead and do it, you know, for your little child. And it's like, I happen to love Baby Phat, and I like her clothes for grown folks or whatever. At no point do you ever see Kimora Lee Simmons putting any outfits on the Baby Phat site or anywhere like that. And the shorts are that short for the girls. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. It was disgusting. It was just one of the nastiest things I've ever seen. To see a 4-year-old's ass cheek hanging out of her shorts, it's nasty. It's despicable. And the mother is just as disgusting. For her to literally allow herself to buy shorts that's short for her child, put it on her child, and think that it's cute, and to go out in the street in public, to a very public place at a football game, and just think that it's absolutely okay, there is something wrong with her. I don't care what anyone has to say. There is something definitely wrong with her.